Hello, this video will introduce the second project in Design plus Typography 2, and that is to create a type specimen booklet. At this point in the degree, you all should have created a booklet of some sort. It started in Design plus Apps where you created a recipe book, and then in Typography 1 you created a type terms dictionary. So this is sort of a next level book where you're actually going to be creating a type specimen booklet, kind of like your type specimen poster, but this is going to be a lot bigger and a lot more fun to work on, I think. Not that the other one wasn't fun, but basically you learned a little bit about type specimens, and this we're going even further to create a book or a font catalog. So a lot of typefaces actually come from foundries, and those foundries will represent multiple different typefaces. And it's oftentimes a printed book, sometimes it's a website, and it showcases the foundry's collection of typefaces, highlighting their styles, weights, what they look like, their history. Are they a revival font that came from a font that was designed, many years ago? Is it display? Is it script? And then a lot of times what the type specimen books will do is, show the entire alphabet and all the different weights, and in some cases show maybe what you would use it for, show it in use. Whether it has ornaments or borders or anything fun, what the feeling of it is. Is it fun? Is it happy? Is it sad? Is it elegant? Is it masculine? Is it feminine? All those different kind of things. So that's what you're going to be creating. And basically what you're going to create is a 16-page type specimen book. You're going to choose 6 existing typefaces. And what you want to do is you want to try to find 6 very different, uniquely different typefaces. So maybe one's a serif, maybe one's a sans serif, maybe one's display, maybe one's a script, maybe one's more of a handwritten font, maybe one is a really bulky, chunky, slab serify kind of font. You can use images, but they should all be secondary. So this is still to be more type driven. And I want you to have fun with this project. You can be playful, you can use a bunch of different colors, and think about ways to do something different than you've done before. So this really should be a standout piece in your portfolio. It will be 16 pages, so you'll have a cover and a back cover, and then a table of contents, and then you will have each of the 6 typefaces will have its own spread. You can choose your page size, but it shouldn't be any larger than 8.5 by 11 and no smaller than 7 by 9. You can do portrait or landscape. I'm going to leave that up to you. You will be designing this in InDesign because it's text heavy and it's a booklet, so it just makes sense to design it in InDesign using margins, multi-column grid, automatic page numbers, all that kind of stuff. So if the other thing to note is that if more than one type style exists within the typeface family that you're choosing, you're just going to show one style, so you don't have to highlight like all of the entire family. We've given you kind of an idea of a book name, unrelated, 6 unique fonts that grab the viewer, but you can name your book cover anything you want. So, be creative with that as well. And then these are, the different requirements. And so I have some examples. So you can see these, this student showed like it was a real book with a UPC, 6 typefaces that will make your designs epic. And they've used, all the different typefaces they're highlighting. And you can see in this case, they have a set color palette. The back, they've kind of named the different typefaces. And you can zoom in and kind of read the other copy that they've got on here. This is Modicio is the first typeface. They have Carnival Freak Show. And you can see they kind of design the spreads based on the typeface, but still it feels like it is from the same foundry. This student, they called it Zen and Ink. They actually put theirs into a mock-up. So you can see the table of contents, and they have more of sort of a inky, handwritten, sort of Asian feel to theirs. And then this, I don't have the cover showing you, but you can see the different typefaces they've picked, and they really went wild and crazy and wacky. The way they're showing their imagery and the color palettes and everything else. So hopefully this gives you a little bit of an idea of what the project entails. Read through the project description, take a look at the examples. I'm really excited to see what you all do with this project.